Okay, we're going to head off down south now. Big day down Riccarton Way, and the main race, Steve, is race number 8 on the card. As I go to the Avon City Ford Easter Cup over the mile.
A nice field, headed by Irish Girl, who's so impressive when making her debut down south last start. Opened $5.50, been crunched into $3.80 here, Thad. Conditions of the race, 56 kegs. We got Hussabro, clearly the top-rated galloper, was 61. She looks well placed, and punters have followed in here, $5.50 into $3.80. Hussabro on that second line, $4.50, hasn't budged. Beneficial out of 4.650, now $7.50. Exchange, well played in that fifth line of betting at $8 flat. Feeling the power, $9. Double figures round Seriously, drawn the ace, $8.50 out, double figures to 10. Southern Ocean out a couple of turns, 10 to 12. Harbourside bouncing between 14 and 16. Did peak at 16, back in, firmed late in the last few hours this morning, Friday, back into the original price of 14. Four Queens, 14 out the doors to 16. And Whale Song, best of the rest, 16. Friendless, 21 for Sam Wynn. Good to see her return during the week. But overall, a clear lead. It sits with number 2, Irish Girl, who was well played last start. Punters reinvesting $5.50, fluctuated to $3.80.
Yeah. Paul, they haven't learned the lesson here, the pricing team, surely, with Irish Girl.
Oh, that's their fault, isn't it?
BP, you would have reminded a bit of $5.50 on Irish Girl here, surely.
Oh, yeah. Missed it. Missed it, unfortunately.
In a flash.
So, yeah, going to have to start fighting for some scraps. Yeah, how about that? I mean, first of all, Irish Girl must say a tip of the hat to Hussabro for turning up into the race. That is a massive help for her, isn't it? I mean, she would have been the highest rated horse, but he's the highest rated horse with 96, and he's got the top weight of 61 kilograms. So, look, she's in a really good space at the moment, Irish Girl, with how she won the Valachi Down South Island Breeders last time to the races. Her North Island form before winning that race was super strong, and when you start lining up the form lines with Prix de Fer and those other type of horses, she looks to be in a good vein of form. 1,600 metres again, good barrier draw, all those things are in her favour. Look, Hussabro is a good horse though. I mean, let's not shy away from that fact. I mean, he's a horse who's run 4th in a Group 1 at his last start to the races, in behind Mascarpone, who was too good out in front. Mascarpone over 1,600 metres. He had Brando in the race. Madalena, it was a very good field of Group 1 1,600 metre horses, and he was just in amongst them when beaten, the 5 lengths in the end. So he's deserved of his weight, but he also does bring a very big class factor to this race, doesn't he, with how he won the White Robe with 59 kilograms to start to go over the 1,600 metres. So as much as Irish Girl sits in a very good place under the weight scale, $5.50 was the price, but gee, if you got $5.50, you'd almost be thinking, okay, maybe I need to start just working these percentages in my favour, because if she keeps getting shorter, things have to start moving out, and maybe that's when you start looking to play a horse like Hussabro, if that is the case, if he starts working to that $4.85 mark.
Yeah, 100%. Paul, initial thoughts here? What do you got in the cheat sheet here?
I don't mind the look of the Son of O'Reilly, Seriously, with Lisa Allpress on board. Second in the Copeland's Mile, followed by another runner-up the next start. Fourth in the Timaru Stakes was a Full of Merit, and she should get a much more economical run from the Ace Draw this time. I see she drifted out slightly, 8.50 to 10s.
Probably on that last start. What do you think they were setting it for this one? Seriously, the 5th last time?
I think so, and I think it's really worth a go at $10. So, seriously, I can understand the punters coming for Irish Girl. I don't know, Steve and the boys just waved the $5.50 out the window, and boy, did they snap it up. Well done to those who did actually get on at the $5.50 mark. Beneficial. Bounced back to winning form a couple of starts ago. I think you forget the run in the Breeders. She sort of found more trouble than Payne Haas downtown Brizzy on a Friday night. So just put a line through that run in the Breeders, and I think take a better look at that win.
The start prior. Yeah, okay. Look, is it Steve here, just a little bit of a White Robe hangover here around Hussabro, where we got absolutely towelled up and we sort of kept it safe and we sort of missed Irish Girl here. What are your thoughts around this market move?
Well, I think the key around Hussabro is that she's well placed at weight for age, and this is handicap obviously with 61 kegs. So maybe 2 weeks' time, back at Riccarton, the Easter Gold Cup at weight for age over 2,000 metres might be her green light, Hasabro. And this is just to keep her up to the mark, because normally she's a well-backed commodity, isn't she, Thaddeus?
Yeah, certainly.
Come
yes.
Friday morning, staggering that she's a positive result for the traders. So, that price might be a little bit of a shortener in terms of easing throughout race day,
Yep.
purely on the conditions of the race. I think, as I mentioned, is better placed at weight for age, which we saw in the White Robe. Irish Girl, she took that mile box. Yes, she had the dream run, and the race suit suited her as well in terms of she was taking that almost trailing position. Irish Girl, the first 1,000 metres they went 9.5 lengths below par, so it did really suit horses on speed. So I want to give more merit to Feta Khan, who's been a notable drifter, 16 out to 21, but did close the fastest 6.42 splits in behind Irish Girl. And she's drawn a sticky gate, Feta Khan, barrier 9. If she'd drawn a gate, maybe she could have positioned herself somewhere around midfield, but maybe from barrier 9 for Brett Murray it might be a bit tricky, and be in a similar map as to what she found herself last start. So she may have to finish over the top of them and rely on solid tempo, which she didn't get last start. But her run was extremely well considering the race shape. But yeah, tricky race. But punters believe Irish Girl's clearly the one to beat.
Well, if Irish Girl's 3.8 and Feta Khan's 21 and Four Queens is 16, almost tempting you to have a little bet on those two, surely. The third and fourth in the Breeders, both good runs.
Yeah, it just depends on the race shape. I don't see a huge amount of speed in this race, so if they go well below par for the first 1,000 metres like they did 2 weeks ago, then Irish Girl from barrier 6, she's going to be in that sweet spot just off tempo and be hard to run down, because her closing splits was the second best when winning last start and behind Feta Khan. So yeah, on the map, she may be very hard to beat, a similar profile to what we saw 2 weeks ago, Irish Girl. But look, Feta Khan, she was around about a 40-1 shot, so she had a high SP, which is resulting in a nice price on Saturday at around about 20-1.
Yeah, okay. Well, tick that mile box, Irish Girl. That was probably the only query last start, BP, wanted around Irish Girl. But there were some good runs. Pull your socks up. Feta Khan, Four Queens in behind her. So, you know, you wouldn't blame people if they wanted to have a bit of a spec at the longer odds here.
No, you're right. You're right. And with that price of 5.5 that was posted, I mean, it was a bit of a treat for those that were on last time to the races. There's one horse here that I would like to mention and possibly have something on in the race, and it is Exchange. Now, it's runner number 5. Now, this is a horse, if you go back 2 starts ago in the weight for age scale, was beaten by Hasabro and was beaten into third position of 2 lengths. Now, it comes back to a handicap race. So, look, he sits in a far better place. He's 7 kilos off Hasabro. So, a big swing in that horse's favour. 1,600 metres is no issue for him. He's just a runner that's in very good form at the moment, is Exchange. So, he sits that $8 quote, and he could sit in a position where if things keep developing at the top of the market, he could get to a really interesting price, Exchange. I feel as though he is the one I want to keep watching in this marketplace. Do I back $8 now, or do I wait and hope that the horse starts to keep moving outwards? Again, a little chance of maybe playing our SP product on a horse like Exchange, if that is to happen, if things keep moving around Irish Girl. I don't know. What are we thinking around Irish Girl's price? Is this a price that's going to keep moving, or are we going to start seeing some movement for other runners with maybe punters have missed the 550, so they start exploring a couple of other different options?
Steve, what are your thoughts there? I mean, I would have thought that's nearly short enough on this field, but...
I think she starts closer to $3.04, so there you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So they're going to keep coming?
Yeah.
The
Just
way
on
they
the
were-
Exchange form line,
Yes.
got beaten by Henley last start. Henley came out and franked the form again, going back-to-back, winning on Sunday, so it's a nice little form reference.
Yeah, okay.
She won on Sunday in a rating 74.
You and that White Robe run for third, must meet Hasabro 7 kgs better off, BP, or something like that. Is that, am I right? Or?
You got it? Yep, 7 kilos. Yep.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, that makes a bit of sense. That does make a bit of sense. Okay, Pop, so what would you do here? Go Exchange if you're having a bet, or each way? Or
Yeah, look, I think Exchange is a bet on the each way. If you're looking at the 8s and sort of $2.80, $3, that would be the bet. I think Irish Girl is the horse to beat because of what we saw last time to the races. Everything seems to be fitting perfectly into her preparation at the moment. So it might be a chance of having a little split bet between those horses of Irish Girl and Exchange.
Yeah, okay. Paul, final thoughts here. How would you attack the race? You don't mind the look of seriously?
No, I definitely have a little each way going seriously, but as BP says, I think Irish Girl is the one to beat here, and I'll take the 380 as it stands.
You're going to take, well, if Steve's saying it's going to start at $3, we'll be happy to take 380, surely.
I'd be a lot happier taking the 550, but I don't think. No, he's not going to push it out for us.
No, not again. You've had your fun there.